Here with Greg Anderson at Smith & Walensky's for the, boy, I'll tell you, this nice lunch here, huh?
This is up class for me. I've seen the outside of these buildings before. I've never been inside of one. It's pretty swanky for me.
Now, little known secret, we were all coming up together and we all chose the elevator instead of the stairs. I said you guys were smart. You guys said...
Lazy. Old and lazy.
Lazy and old. Back in Vegas, had great success here in Vegas. What do you attribute that to?
You know, it's just a lot of things. It's almost like home cooking for us, obviously, with Ken Black, our team owner, being from here. A lot of roots here, and a lot of special things happen on this weekend. Our sponsor, Summit Racing Equipment, sponsors the event. Just a lot of big things happen this weekend. It's just like coming home, to get to see Ken and the family and all the employees that that supported this deal and started this race team. Obviously, when we started racing years ago, Vegas General Construction was on the side of the race car. That's Ken Black. That's his company. 600 employees. So to come and race in front of them and that added pressure of being able to perform and make sure you do something right because they're paying the bills, a lot of pressure. So it's just kind of spun over the years, and we've had a lot of great success here. We've tested a lot at this racetrack because of that, because we want something special when we come here in front of Ken. So, a lot of great success here, a lot of wins, and a lot of proud moments at this place. So it always feels great coming back.
You talk about pressure. What is your pre-race routine? I'm assuming you just really want to be calm and everything like that. Do you have a routine that you do week to week?
Well, I think we have a lot of routines, a lot of superstitions, and every weekend that we have something special go on like that with Ken being here or whatever, it can get you out of your game. You can get your mind distracted or whatever, but I think it works the opposite with Ken. He's more of a calming influence, and if we're having a bad day, if things aren't going right on the racetrack, he's the first one that's going to jump in and say, look, stop worrying about it. Everything's fine. If you lose tomorrow, I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm proud of you guys. So he finds a way to get you back in the game. He's a great cheerleader, and we beat ourselves up bad just because we want to look good in front of him, but he's the exact opposite. If we have a bad day, he picks us back up. So he's a great man, a great human being, and we owe everything that we've got here on this KB Racing team to him and the family. So just a proud moment to be able to come home and race for him.
Now, you talk about superstition. What's one of your superstitions?
Well, I don't like black cats to cross in front of me. And
especially on the racetrack, right?
It sounds crazy to you, but I have that belief, and I passed one on the way to Gainesville on the race Sunday morning, and I said, oh my gosh, it's going to be a bad day. And it was still a good day. We went on, and I was able to go runner-up, but I didn't win the event, and I'm blaming that black cat why I didn't win that event.
Tell us, there's a chance of some wind, and it's always interesting, I think, when you're going down there, you got the grandstand on the left.
Correct.
That pretty much blocks a lot of the wind. What happens as soon as you pop out beyond those grandstands? What's the feeling in the car?
If it's a crosswind, obviously it's a bad thing,
right.
And it can pick the cars up, it can turn them sideways. That's when you don't like to race in the wind, when it's coming across the racetrack. If it's straight on with the track or straight at the cars, you don't feel it. You either speed up or you slow down. When it's a crosswind and you get past that grandstand, you better be ready, because it's just going to pick the car up and move it over a car length, put it sideways, whatever it's going to do. So always got to be on your toes when you drive these race cars, and something like that, we can't control that wind, and there's not really much we can do except let it happen and try to correct after that and not overcorrect.
I will say this, of all the sports that we cover, you guys have the best access by far during the race. I mean, you go up there, you're walking in there, and people are surprised, wait, the pits are out here. We can actually walk through them.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the fan experience is, and I like going to a lot of other sports, but the fan experience is the best coming out to the drags. I mean, I assume that's something that the Racing Association, you guys have really made a point of doing that.
We have, and we want to make sure it never goes away, and you don't see that at the other motorsports events. And a perfect example of it is when we raced the first time in Charlotte a few years back. All those NASCAR fans, that's what they're used to, NASCAR racing. They came to that facility for the first time, saw a drag race, and they just could not believe how they could walk right up to the driver, get autographs, watch the teams work on the cars 5 foot from the race cars, and it just blew their minds, and they just kept shaking their heads. We can't believe we can do this, and we said, welcome to drag racing. That's what drag racing is all about. That's what we want it to be about, and that's what we think we've got going over the other motorsports. So we're very proud of what we do. We're very proud of full throttle drag racing. We just would love to find a way to get it out in front of more people, and I think someday we can become what NASCAR is. We have a lot of great things going for us. We have a great product, a great action-packed product. I think it's a better product than any of the motorsports out there. Just got to get the message out.
All right, but we got the camera right there, got the ring right there. Let's show that up
there. How about
there.
that, guys?
Say what that is.
That would be the NHRA Full Throttle Championship ring. That's number 4 right there. That's 2010, and they just keep getting a little bit bigger, a little bit sweeter. So that's sweeter.